Good morning, church. Welcome back to the 28 days study here with HFF. I just wanted to go ahead and recap this chapter for us today. We are in chapter 12. This starts off very Charles Dickens, in my opinion, with James was dead to begin with. Obviously, James had just been killed. Then Peter is captured and ends up in prison. God sends an angel and pulls some Jedi moves with a "this is not the Jew you're looking for" moves, and gets Peter able to walk out of the prison right past all of the guards, right in front of their faces. He then ends up at the house of Mary, the mother of John, who is caught up in such excitement that she actually shuts the door in Peter's face upon his arrival. Skip forward a few verses, then we end up at seeing that Herod then is trying to search for Peter, cannot find him, and thus decides to just kill all the guards that were there in the prison, and runs off to Caesarea. There he is caught up in some troubles with the local people, so he finally sits down to speak with the people and speaks so well at that time that he is called a god. God, being displeased by this, of course, then strikes him down to be eaten by worms, or in the more brutal translations of scripture, it actually says that his abdomen burst forth with maggots, which is very hardcore for this chapter of Acts. So, wow. Some people say that the Bible is boring, and after reading this, I have trouble believing that. So in this crazy chapter, we see one underlying message, and it's that no one fully knows the extent or power of God. So understand that when we're reading this and all the crazy events that have happened, that whatever you're walking through right now, Peter was in prison, captured and sentenced to death at this time. And still the Lord found favor in him and found good reason to send an angel down to get him out and pull a stunt that can only be described by God did this. There are so many times that we catch ourselves in situations that are unfavorable, things that we've put ourselves in, things that our life has led us into a situation of. And I pray that every single one of us, as we're reading through the chapters in Acts, see this one specifically and know that there's no way, no limit to God's power, that he will not see us through it. And that those who persecute us, there's no way we could even fathom the things that he may have intended for them in the future. That justice and righteousness is his, because there's nothing we could do that quite matches literally having somebody eaten by worms. I pray that you're encouraged by this to know that freedom that you're seeking, the reason you've been fasting for, God has a way, and he will see you through it in a way that you will only be able to say, that was God. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you tomorrow.